As we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. K'Lavon Chaisson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Jones. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Hunter Nice-Swanner on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down at 4. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, You don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
On first down, it's Morgan. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. Morgan. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Morgan. The tackle made by Caleb Chason.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Jones to throw on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for...
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Leaves it for Petty. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. All day. Mike 18. Mike 18.
Now Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Play action. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Open space inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Once more, Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 2, Jones. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there. That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st down, it's Morgan. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Over the middle, complete. That's Morgan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. It's Sanchez. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 18.
Here's Wilson. And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Let's go. You tighten up. Check. Crouch. Check your high read. He's coming. Double up.
Another try for Penny.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Wilson escaping the pressure right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7. Team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 1.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he's got this down to the 35. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
They find some open field here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
and the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Here's Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Jones. That's caught by Pitts. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. And pull touchdown!
DK Metcalf, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll run on 1st down. Morgan.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now Jones. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing, Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. On play action, Lawrence. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Seahawks, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.